But this is a Ahmedabad bolt which has got a two component, male component and female component. And because they are two which are engaged to each other, we are getting a very good compression of the intercondylar fracture of the tibia when it is reduced well. And this compression is also very much effective in case of osteoporosis. So now let me just discuss about the various instruments which I am using. So there are male part, the female part, they are the implant. Then the instruments are cannulated drill, T screwdriver, tap, Gujarat guide pin, blunt guide pin, depth gauge and gauge stopper and all those things. I'll be showing you each of them when I show you the demo. So basically, this Ahmedabad bolt is available with a box which I got instruments and the sets of all sizes of the male component and female component of the Ahmedabad bolt. Here, one thing is very clear that the female component is always constant, it is 20 mm, while the male will vary as per the width of the tibia. Gujarat guide is something to assist the guide pin. So Gujarat guide is basically like we know that whatever the 6.5 mm screw when we are passing, the guide pin is 2.3 mm, which is so thin that it might not go to the desired trajectory, for which we require a little thicker pin, and for that thicker pin we are using this Gujarat guide. Now basically Gujarat guide is a 3 mm K wire. Now this 3 mm K wire cannot go into the cannula of this CC screw. So what we have done is that 3 mm K wire, when it is passed, there is a recess at the end about 5 mm in which the blunt guide pin which is used for the Ahmedabad bolt is inserted, and with the rail roll it is placed into the position where we are going to pass the final Ahmedabad bolt. I'll just show a couple of slides and then it will be more clear. So this is how the upper part is Gujarat guide and the lower part is the actual usable guide pin which is given with this Ahmedabad bolt, which is blunt, which is not to be inserted by drill. The insertion or making the passage is always by Gujarat guide, which is a K wire having such recess. So into that it inserts and then we are able to take it out by rail roll. Now these are the basic graphic presentation of the instruments. That the first one is Gujarat guide, and if you wait to look very carefully, there is a recess in which the guide pin will insert and then you will be able to pass through. The second is a blunt guide pin, which are of 4 to 5 guide pins are available in the box of the same size. Then there is a cannulated drill. Now this cannulated drill is basically for the guide pin, which is exactly the core diameter of the Ahmedabad bolt. Then we have a cannulated depth gauge. This cannulated depth gauge is on one side, and on the other side is a gauge stopper. Now gauge stopper has got a small hole through which you will be able to see the the blunt guide pin. I'll show you how to use it and how to measure the length of the Ahmedabad bolt. Then we have a cannulated tap, which is to make the full passage. And on one side we have a cannulated T screwdriver and on the other side we have a cannulated long screwdriver.